Well, this week, Hizbollah, or should you just say Lebanon,
yeah.
exactly, threatened Cyprus that they better not help Israel in the upcoming war because they see it coming so soon. Also, Iran added some more capabilities to be able to make their nuclear weapons faster. And even we had rumors that we don't think it's true, but heard back channel rumors that some kind of date has been made, whether in 4 days from now, the 24th, whether or not we're going to war with Lebanon. Well, let's talk about all this.
Yeah, let's do it.
You got stuff to say about it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, well, let's get into it.
TGR News, broadcasting from the State of Israel.
Welcome back to TGR News.
Hello.
Thank you guys so much for what you guys do. You are so important to each and every one of these precious people that you personally help when you support the nation of Israel. It is such a wonderful thing to be a part of that you allow us to be a part of to help these people here. It is just such a beautiful miracle. The miracle of showing these people love from the body of Christ all over the world. Thank you guys so much, and God bless you all for it. And I know that you are blessed greatly for it. For God said, Genesis 12:3, bless those that bless thee, and you're blessing those. I promise you that. If you haven't been a part of this ministry and you feel like you want to be, the Lord's leading you to support the ministry, there are links below all of our videos to the Support Us page or to the Patreon page. Or you can just type in thegoldenreport.com and find whichever way is best for you. While you're down there in the links, you might as well check out the links to our TGR News from Israel
Telegram
channel. And if you do sign up for that, be ready for news 24/7. As it happens, you get it. I would suggest you put your phone on silent at night when you want to get some sleep, because then you get the news, everything that we talk about here in every week and more, and you get it on the Telegram as it happens, blow by blow.
Yeah.
Well, let's get started.
Yeah, let's do it.
Last week we started off the week with great news about 4 hostages coming home. This week we started off the week with horrible news that 8 soldiers were killed. They were burned alive in an armored personnel carrier by an RPG. They were fired upon after coming to help a tank that was fired upon with an RPG in Rafah by Hamas, obviously. They were burnt alive so bad that they weren't even able to identify the bodies. Yeah, well, on side note, we've about, what they say now, 70% through Rafah?
Yes.
The IDF. But that's why we have these horrible things, when you're moving forward, you're in war and battle, and it's so sad,
Yeah, we have 70% control over the Rafah, including the axis, Philadelphian. They call it Philadelphian axis, which is
between Egypt and Gaza.
But on the other hand, many terrorists left together with the civilians that flew.
Yeah. Well,
So
what did I
we
say?
still-
For 2 months.
Yeah.
2 months we've been talking about going into Gaza. We've been talking about going into Rafah. So I asked you, and I asked you, and I asked all of you, well, before Israel went into Rafah, if you was Hamas soldiers, and for 2 months Israel's telling you, we're coming to Rafah, the exact place where we're coming, what are you going to do?
Stay and
You're
wait.
going to sit there and wait for Israel to show up?
Yeah.
No.
Well, on Saturday, Gallant, the Israeli defense minister, went to the U.S. to try and get the much-needed weapons and ammo for the states, as we depend on them so much. Mm-hmm. On Tuesday, we found out that for a while now, behind the scenes, Biden has not been supplying Israel because of sanctions that he placed on U.S. mainly around the fighting in Rafah. 2 months ago, more than 2 months ago.
That's right.
Prime Minister Netanyahu finally said to Biden and Blinken that either release the weapons needed or we will but Netanyahu will make it public that he will withhold the weapons. Shortly after, shipment needed, including 50 F-15 planes, were released and sent to Israel. It's on the way, as we're talking right now.
Yes.
Yeah, big shipment of
He
weapons,
finally
and
released it. Yes.
Yes. Well, the White House came out in a public statement saying they don't know what Bibi Netanyahu talking about except one shipment that was withheld because of Rafah situation a few months ago. But actually this is not true, and I understand from Benjamin Netanyahu that there's been more.
There's been more. That's what Bibi said here to us, to the state of Israel.
Yeah.
And obviously his threat worked, because as soon as he started to go public with it, the shipment was on the way.
Yeah. Well,
And there was no reason for Bibi to make that up, obviously. So I believe it 100%. Plus, we know the track record of the Biden administration continually supporting Hamas and is doing as much damage to the advancement of Israel to protect herself in Gaza as possible.
yeah.
So it definitely, I believe it.
Well, in about 2 weeks, Benjamin Netanyahu going to the States to have the Congress. He's going to the Congress,
Yes.
right? So maybe he gives like a little glimpse of what he's gonna talk about, and then Biden say, "Okay, I think it's time to release those problems before the Benjamin coming to the States and making."
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
As soon as a few weeks from now, the IDF will finish taking out the last 2 of 4 brigades of Hamas in Rafah, and will have finished the second stage of the plan of the war in Gaza, which is to have taken all areas of Gaza and all strongholds of Hamas. Okay? At that point, we will have to decide what exactly will be the next step. If we'll stay in the south of Gaza or the north of Gaza or both. Well, it'll be interesting. I'll tell you what, it's definitely going to be interesting to see that when we're finally done with Rafah. It'll be interesting, to say the least, to see what will be and how it will end. All this will end up, and when we'll get how many of our hostages back and everything else. Because this thing in Gaza is coming to an end. You can see it and you can feel it. I mean, the war part, I don't know. Is there going to still be a presence of the IDF? Are they going to go as far, now that the whole world's against us anyway, go ahead and let Jews go back living in our promised land in Gaza as well?
Wishful thinking, but yeah, I hope.
Would you want to go move down there?
Yes.
You want to move down there?
Yes. Why not? Next to the beach.
Yeah.
I love sea.
If we get beachfront property.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's definitely going to be an interesting turnout. See what happens. It'll be interesting, is the only thing I have to say.
Yeah. We'll wait and see.
Well, let's not forget the northern border. The deputy assistant of Biden,
Amos Ochstein.
which is a Jewish name, by the way, came to Israel and then Lebanon to try to stop the upcoming war between our two countries. Important to note that as soon as Ochstein left Lebanon, then Hizbollah immediately began to fire rockets and launch drones into Israel to continue the attacks. Nasrallah, the head of Hizbollah, stated that he is not interested in any kind of a ceasefire, at least until the war in Gaza has come to an end. So that's a pretty clear statement. Of course, the Biden administration's answer to tell Israel that we should allow our enemies to win in order to have a ceasefire, at least for now, during his elections. Now, of course, that's not word for word anything that they said, but that's just me translating their what they say, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Hezbollah also threatened Cyprus in the same statement. The head of Hezbollah, Nasrallah, said that in upcoming war with Lebanon, that they will attack Cyprus if Cyprus allow Israel to use their airport to launch an attack on Lebanon. Cyprus answered back to say that they are not participating in this war. Our commanding chief of the military, Herzi Halevi, threaten Lebanon, but saying that they have not even seen a small part of the IDF technologies and abilities that they will meet in this upcoming war. Also, Cyprus, if we're talking about Cyprus, today, something very interesting. They stopped visas for Lebanese citizens.
Yeah.
And the
Nice little
UN
side note.
And the UN stated that Cyprus is a part of UN, and any attack on ally of UN is like considered attack on the UN itself.
Why didn't they? We're part of the UN. Why didn't they say that about us?
That's a good question.
Oh, okay. Well, at least they said it about Cyprus.
Yeah.
You know, and also like we talked about, it was rumors. It's only been rumors, but it was a big thing here in Israel a few days ago that somehow, some way, sort of leaked out. Once again, rumors that on the 24th is like some sort of special day that.
It's like the how you say the limit that Holstein that Israel give Holstein to tell to Hezbollah, this is the end if you don't stop.
If they keep firing after the 24th, if they fire another rocket, then that's it. We're going
ultimatum.
in all in.
Yeah.
So if they fire another rocket on the 24th, which you know they will, and we go into a war, then this rumor was right. If on the 24th when they fire another rocket and we don't go into an all-out war, then we know this rumor was wrong.
Yeah, well,
so that's how simple it is to figure out this rumor.
Yeah,
we got 4 days to wait.
Yes, or we see you in 4 days with breaking news, or we see you next week as usual time.
Exactly. Well, breaking news. You'd be doing the breaking news. I might be able to get a couple clips in from the army up north.
Well,
you got anything you want to add?
Yeah, let's talk about Iran.
Let's talk about Iran.
That's important news. Well, we know that Iran never never really took care what the deal has been made with the states, and they never actually followed the deal, the nuclear deal. But now they went like crazy, producing even more enriched uranium. They added centrifuges. They added more weapons and warehouse for weapons, and we see it all in the satellites too. So there's many threats that Iran is going to be nuclear just in a couple of weeks, and I don't know how correct, how exact, how precise it is, but that's what's going on right now. So Iran is getting ready, and it can be also soon that maybe if Hezbollah go all in, maybe Iran will be a part of it.
Yeah, you think so? Maybe Iran is the big engine behind everything.
I know,
it's the money, it's the plans, it's the head, it's everything. Of course, yeah.
I know, but usually they stay out and they're using the proxy.
And I told you I've said it a few times. It's very clear to me the only reason why they don't really go all out war with us and they haven't really done anything is because they're waiting to get those nuclear weapons. They want to go ahead and get them, make them and have them before they start a war, because they know that our first targets in an all-out war with Iran will 100%, everyone knows, our first targets will be everything that has to do with their nuclear capabilities, destroying their chance of getting a nuclear weapon. So they say, okay, we just won't go into war until we have the weapons.
Yep.
Okay, well, anything else?
Well, that was pretty big about Iran, right?
Yeah, it is. Very important news. Very important.
I finished.
You finished?
Yes.
For now.
For now.
I'm sure we'll hear all about it.
Oh, yeah, you will.
Absolutely. Well, don't forget to join us on thegoldenreport.com. And until next time.
Shabbat shalom.
God bless.